Hi, I'm Cheri. Welcome to Learn English with Cheri. Are you ready to learn English through stories? Let's go. Today's lesson is Intermediate English. The Real Story of Santa Claus. The Magic of Giving. Every December, the world fills with lights, music, and smiles. But who is the man behind the red suit? In this story, you'll learn the real history of Santa Claus, from a kind bishop in ancient times to a symbol of joy and generosity that continues to inspire millions around the world today. Don't just study English, live it through stories. A boy named Nicholas. Long ago, around 270 AD, a boy named Nicholas was born in Patara, a small town near the Mediterranean Sea. His parents were kind and wealthy, but when they died young, Nicholas used his inheritance not for himself, but to help those in need. Even as a child, his heart was generous. He gave quietly, believing kindness mattered more than comfort. Kindness in secret. Nicholas believed true goodness should be quiet. When he saw hungry families, he brought them food. When children had no shoes, he left them pairs at night. He never asked for thanks. To Nicholas, giving was its own reward, and kindness was best when it asked for nothing in return. The Three Sisters. One famous story tells of a poor man with 3 daughters. He had no money for their dowries, so they couldn't marry. Late one night, Nicholas secretly dropped bags of gold through the window. The girls woke to find hope, happiness, and a new chance in life, thanks to a silent friend. Some say the gold landed in stockings, drying by the fire, the origin of today's Christmas stocking. The Bishop of Myra. As Nicholas grew, his faith deepened. People saw his wisdom and compassion, and he was chosen to be Bishop of Myra, a city in what is now Turkey. He cared for sailors, the sick, and the poor. His red bishop's robe would one day inspire Santa's famous suit. A protector of the people. Bishop Nicholas defended the innocent and stood up to corruption. He comforted families during famine and saved sailors from storms through prayer. Stories of his courage spread across the region. To many, he became a symbol of hope, a man who brought light wherever there was darkness. From saint to legend. After Nicholas died around 343 AD, people called him Saint Nicholas. Churches were built in his honor, and his feast day, December 6th, became a day of gift-giving in many countries. Children left their shoes out, hoping Saint Nicholas would visit and fill them with sweets and coins. As Christmas became the main winter holiday, his spirit of giving joined it, and gifts were now shared on Christmas Day, December 25th. Stories travel far. Merchants, sailors, and travelers carried tales of St. Nicholas across Europe. Each culture added its own touch. In Germany, he was called Nicholas. In England, Father Christmas. In the Netherlands, Santa Claus. Yet everywhere, his message stayed the same: kindness, generosity, and care for the weak. Sinterklaas in Holland. In the Dutch tradition, Sinterklaas rode a white horse over rooftops, dressed in a bishop's red robe and tall hat. Children placed carrots or hay in their shoes for his horse, and in return they received small gifts or sweets. It was the beginning of the modern Santa custom. Crossing the ocean. In the 1600s, Dutch settlers brought Sinterklaas to the New World, especially to New Amsterdam, now New York City. There, his name slowly changed. English-speaking children found it easier to say Santa Claus. A new legend was forming, blending old European roots with American imagination. The famous poem. In 1823, a poem called A Visit from St. Nicholas, better known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas transformed Santa forever. It described a jolly, plump man in a sleigh pulled by 8 reindeer, arriving quietly at night and slipping down the chimney to leave gifts. The poem made Santa friendly, magical, and loved by children everywhere. Pictures bring him to life. In the late 1800s, illustrator Thomas Nast drew Santa for Harper's Weekly magazine. He gave him a red suit, white beard, and twinkling eyes. Nast even imagined Santa living at the North Pole, making toys with elves. Through his art, the modern image of Santa Claus was born. Home at the North Pole. Santa's home became a snowy workshop at the North Pole. There, elves built toys, reindeer prepared for flight, and Mrs. Claus baked cookies. This cheerful image captured the world's imagination, a secret place of joy and teamwork where love powered every toy and every smile. The reindeer take flight. By the 19th century, reindeer were part of every story. Strong, magical, and loyal, they helped Santa travel the world in one night. Later, writers added names like Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, and the rest soon followed. Rudolph joined in 1939, created by a department store writer for a children's book, showing that even new stories can carry the same spirit of wonder. The red-nosed reindeer became a symbol of how uniqueness can shine and guide the way. Ho, ho, ho. Santa's deep laugh, ho, 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 became his signature. It wasn't just a sound, it was an expression of joy and generosity. His laughter reminded people that happiness often comes from giving, not getting. Even today, that jolly laugh can lift spirits and warm hearts everywhere. Coca-Cola's Santa. In the 1930s, Coca-Cola used Santa in its Christmas advertisements. Artist Haddon Sundblom painted him as a warm, smiling grandfather with rosy cheeks and kind eyes. Coca-Cola didn't invent the red suit, but it helped define it. Earlier artists had drawn Santa in red, but Sundblom's version made him instantly recognizable worldwide. Letters to Santa. Children began writing letters to Santa, sharing their dreams and wishes. Post offices around the world started Letters to Santa programs. In 1912, the U.S. Post Office created Operation Santa, letting volunteers answer children's letters. These letters were not just about toys, they were messages of hope, love, and imagination. Writing to Santa became a way for children to believe in goodness. Santa around the world. Although Santa is most famous in Western countries, his spirit appears everywhere. In the UK, he's Father Christmas, in France, Père Noël, in Russia, Ded Moroz, and in China, Sheng Dan Laoren. Each version wears different clothes, but all share the same heart, spreading joy through kindness and generosity. The true gift of Christmas. Behind every legend is a lesson. Santa's story reminds us that the greatest gifts aren't wrapped, they're felt. A meal shared, a laugh, a kind word. These moments heal hearts and connect people. The real magic of Christmas lives inside anyone who gives without expecting anything back. Modern magic. Today, Santa appears in movies, songs, and celebrations. From Miracle on 34th Street to the Polar Express, he continues to inspire belief in magic and goodness. Each generation rediscovers him in new ways, proving that imagination never grows old and kindness never goes out of style. Real-life Santas. All over the world, people dress as Santa to visit hospitals, shelters, and schools. They bring small gifts and big smiles. Many volunteers say the best part isn't giving toys. It's seeing hope return to a child's eyes. That's when the spirit of St. Nicholas truly lives again. Fun facts about Santa. Even astronauts once reported a Santa sighting from space, proof that imagination has no limits. Santa even has an official pilot's license, a playful cultural tradition. His Canadian postal code is HOHOHO. It looks like ho ho ho, and volunteers reply to children's letters every year. NORAD, a special military radar system, has tracked Santa's flight every Christmas Eve since 1955. To reach every child, Santa would need to fly over 800 homes per second and somehow enjoy billions of cookies on the way. The meaning of Christmas. Christmas is more than a holiday. It's a time to remember that giving, peace, and goodwill can cross every border and language. For learners of English, Santa's story is also a window into culture and into words like hope, joy, and kindness. When we share those values, we all speak the same language, the language of the heart. What about you? When was the last time you gave without expecting anything in return? Maybe you helped a friend, shared food, or made someone smile. That's the real magic of Santa Claus. Share your story in the comments to practice English and remind others that giving is the greatest joy. Merry Christmas! Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.